This video is part of a short series on beginner number sense tricks. Today I will be showing you the extended FOIL technique, which is essentially an analog of the original FOIL technique, which was used to multiply two-digit numbers, but now we're extending this to multiply any two-digit number, any two numbers. Now, quick disclaimer, usually in the number sense test, when you see these type of problems where you're multiplying two-digit numbers or just bigger numbers in general, there should be some sort of trick around it. Like there should be some sort of special fraction, or maybe it's a rounding problem. However, we're not always in a position to really see those things, especially if we're just starting. So knowing the extended FOIL trick can be very useful for a beginner, because then they can just have it as a last resort. So I really do recommend having this trick in your arsenal. But like I said, most of the time you should be able to use some alternative trick, because this is a little bit long. In order to show you how this trick works, first I'm going to review the 2x2 FOIL technique. So first, you want to start off with multiplying the numbers that are on the right side to get your first units digit. 7 times 6 gives me 42. So I write down a 2 and I carry a 4. And remember, you should keep the 4 in your fingers. Just put 4 fingers down near you, so that way you can remember them. It's not good to hold those numbers. From there, you do the rainbow step in the middle, in and out. So 7 times 4 gives me 28. 6 times 2 gives me 12. You add those, you get 40. And then you add the 4 that you carried, and you get 44. So you write down a 4, and again, you're going to carry a 4. Finally, you want to multiply your numbers that are on the left side. So 4 times 2 gives me 8. 8 plus 4 gives me 12. So you write down the 12 because you're actually done with all the digits that you need. So that's the original FOIL. And the extended FOIL technique is going to hinge on this exact same concept. You're still going to be going over and multiplying all the numbers. Now, I do want to write down the big idea here behind FOIL. The big idea is you want to move down the line. What you're doing is you're essentially multiplying every number that's in the right side by every number that's on the left side. So you essentially need to sweep out all the digits, and that's basically how it is. So here's the deal. It'll always start off the same. You will always start off with you multiplying your numbers on the right side to get your first digit. 3 times 1 will give you 3. However, this is going to get a little bit tricky. You just multiplied the 1 by the 3, so now you want to go down the line. Now you need to multiply 1 by 2. And since I'm going down the line, now I have to use my 4. I haven't multiplied 4 by anything yet, so I have to start with 3. So again, you move down the line. And this is the same thing as the rainbow step. 4 times 3 gives me 12. 1 times 2 gives me 2. And when you add those, you get 14. So you write down a 4. And you carry a 1. Now you just multiplied your 1 by a 2, so the only thing that's left is to multiply 1 by 5. Sorry about that. And you just multiplied your 4 by 3, so now you have to move down the line and multiply the 4 by 2. And again, that's another rainbow step. 1 times 5 gives me 5. 4 times 2 gives me 8. If you add those, you get 13. And if you add the 1 that you carried before, you get 14 again. And again, you carry a 1. And finally, there's only 1 digit left. You already sweeped out the 1s. So with the purple color right now, I'm just going to say we finished with 1s. So all I have to do is I just need to multiply the 4 by the 5 because that's the only thing that's left. 4 times 5 gives me 20. But you add the 1 that I carried, you get 21. So as you can see here, all I did was I used a bunch of rainbow steps. I used several rainbow steps. To move down the line. The next one's going to be a bit bigger. So same thing. We're going to start off with multiplying the 6 and the 2, because we always start off from the numbers furthest on the right. And again, everything depends on the number it's on the right side. So 6 times 2 gives me 12. And I'm going to carry a 1. Now, you already multiplied 2 by 6. So next you have to multiply 2 times 0. Sorry, it's a little bit crooked. And you go down the line. You haven't multiplied 1 by anything yet, so 1 is the next up. So you have to multiply 1 by 6. And 6 plus 0 is 6, plus the 1 that you carried. So you write down a 7, and you don't carry anything. Now you multiply 2 by 6 and by 0. So the next step is to multiply 2 times the other 6. Now you have to multiply 1 times 0. And now that we've gone down the line, we still have a 2 on the number on the right. So now you can start multiplying that one in, and that one starts off at multiplying by 2. So this 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 0 is 0. And 2 times 6 is another 12. If you add these, you get 24. Carry 2. So again, the rainbow steps can get pretty big. That's why I kind of left myself some space here. But yeah. At this point, where we got to the blue here, we're done with 2. Oh, I should specify the right side, the right one. And now I'm going to go on to just finish off the rainbow step with the 1. Because I haven't multiplied 1 by the other 6 yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this 1 and multiply it by this 6. And I need to multiply the second 2 by the 0. 1 times 6 gives me 6. 2 times 0 is 0. So I get 6 plus the 2 that I carried gives me 8. And again, at this point, I'm done with 1. The final step here, wow, I'm running out of colors. The final step here is to multiply the 2 by the second 6, because that is the only thing that's left over. And at that point, I'll be done with the second 2. Two times 6 gives me 12. And so then I just have to write a 12, sorry, because we're done. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and begin. Four times 3 gives me 12, so I'm going to write down a 2, carry a 1. Now I'm going to go down the line. I'm going to multiply 3 by the 3 on the other number. And I'm going to multiply the second 3 by 4. 3 times 3 gives me 9. 4 times 3 gives me 12. And if you add those, you get 21. Plus the 1 you carried gives you 22. And here you're going to carry a 2. Next, again, moving down the line, we actually finished with that first 3, so I should probably note that here. So we're done with the first 3. And now we're going to go ahead and move down the line. And so the next thing we got to do is multiply this second 3 by the 3 that's on the left. And we haven't started multiplying 6 by anything yet. So since we moved down the line with that, we can go ahead and multiply 6 by 4. It's 24, that's 9. And if you add those, you get 33. Plus the 2 gives you 35. And here you're going to carry 3. And so you can just go ahead and finish it off by multiplying the 6 by the 3 on the left. 6 times 3 is 18, plus the 3 carried is 21. So you just go ahead and finish it. And there you go. That is it. I know it looks a little bit crazy. It's very colorful. I try to make it a little bit more intuitive for y'all. The main idea here is you have to move down the line. If you move down the line and apply the rainbow step over and over and over, you should be able to sweep out all your answers properly. So yeah. Again, during an actual exam, you're not supposed to write down these lines. These are just lines that I think really help you visualize it. This is how I see it in my head. So yeah. All right, good luck. Next time we're going to be looking at the multiplying 11 and 101 tricks. Have a good one.